Alicia Keys told me that all you need for a song are 3 chords and the truth. Take what you know, some of your favorite chords, some of your favorite songs, and flip it. I may do something R&B, or maybe we can do something with open chords. I've written a song with 1 chord, and then the C major 7 as opposed to a regular C. It's easy to overthink and to say, I need to know a bunch of chords, or my progression needs to be impressive. It's not about what's the most impressive. It's about what feels good, what feels authentic. Let's write a song. In order to write a song, you have to have inspiration. And sometimes inspiration comes from the music itself. You get inspired by a chord progression or maybe a note or a melody. If I'm feeling like writing a ballad, I might go on the piano and play some very ballady, Journey type chords, you know, Whitney Houston type chords, and get into a ballad, a piano ballad. I may pick up the guitar and do something more intimate or more R&B and use major 7 chords and all of those kinds of, you know, sweet spots in a guitar to write an R&B song, or something that might be a little bit more personal, maybe a little bit more intimate, you know, and have that acoustic singer-songwriter feel. I'll hear like, you know, Sly and the Family Stone bass line, and I'm like, I want to make something funky. So I pick up the bass because I know the bass has got that funky thing to it, and usually funky songs are driven by the bass. So I'll pick up the bass and maybe play a little bass line, and then the song sparks from there. You kind of have to take what you know, take what feels right to you, some of your favorite chords, maybe some of your favorite songs, and flip it and kind of do what feels right to you. So figure out which instrument is speaking to you in this moment. Which instrument do you want to be the beginning of a beautiful song? The main instrument that I play is the guitar, so I'm going to be picking up my guitar. My guitar is like my best friend. So today we are gonna write a song together. Here we go. The guitar has been a very special instrument to me. You can bring it everywhere. And I remember my first acoustic guitar I might have got when I was 9 or 10 years old from my parents. It's still in my mom's room to this day. I've never changed the strings on it, so it's got that raw feeling. To me, the acoustic is just such a warm instrument, and a lot of my best songs are written on guitar. So I'm gonna play with a few chord progressions using some of my favorite chords. I really don't think too hard about it. You know, I don't plan it. I kind of just feel, you know, whether it's let's see what I'm feeling today. Alicia Keys told me that all you need for a song are 3 chords and the truth. So typically I like to use 3 chords. Sometimes I like to use 4. Sometimes I may do a progression like maybe something like this. And that's like a 3 chord progression, or maybe you want to do something like so. You know, that's an example of a 4 chord progression. Or maybe we can do something with open chords, and it's more like Just whatever you're feeling in that moment. I may do something more R&B, maybe with 2 chords. Maybe something like, I actually really like this. Really, when it comes to songwriting, I think when you're by yourself creating, it's easy to overthink and to say, you know, I need a bunch of chords, I need to know a bunch of chords, or, you know, my progression needs to be impressive. And when it comes to writing a song, it's not about what's the most impressive. It's about what feels good, what feels authentic, what feels like it's the perfect foundation of what you want to say or what you might want to say. Maybe you don't know what you want to say yet, but I think these chords, for me, are a good starting point for maybe saying something very honest and true. Feels a little sweet. Something I like to do when it comes to coming up with chords is like thinking about the themes that come with the chords. This sounds sweet. I don't know if it's lovey-dovey sweet though. It could be just... could be sweet talking. So I want you to think about some of the themes and some of the words that come to your mind when it comes to the chords that you're creating. So I'm playing a F major 7 and a C major 7, and I'm just going back and forth between the two. Yeah, so instead of playing just a plain old F major, you know, I'm making it prettier and adding the 7, as opposed to, I just feel like it sounds so much more sweet, and it sounds like more of the vibe that I might be going for today. I think those chords inspire me more than just a regular F major. And then the C major 7, as opposed to a regular C, we're gonna make it pretty and more R&B. And with your chords, there's so many different ways you can play the rhythm. You can hold it longer. Maybe it's here. Then you switch. But me, I was kind of going faster, like. Maybe, you know, it could have been just held like this for the song. Maybe if you want it to be a little bit more simple and you want more room for lyrics. But I think for me, because it's just me and the guitar, I wanted to create a little bit of rhythm. I could also create a little bit of rhythm like this. A little mixture of, you know, picking the strings and tapping on the guitar to make a rhythm. Those are some of the things I like to do. Or you can kind of what I like to call like doing like the James Brown. Because oftentimes you hear that in funk music. You know, so there's different ways you can play the rhythm. Just depends on the mood of what you're going for. For me, I want it to be open, but I want it to have a bit of a beat, so you just naturally move. So in the creative process, Voice memos are your friend because you don't want to forget your ideas as they come. You want to make sure you lay it down as soon as you find something that you love. So I'm going to lay down the solid idea that I have. 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. So I want you to remember something in songwriting. All great songs do one of maybe 4 or 5 things. Make you want to dance, you know, make you maybe want to fall in love, make you sad, make you learn and think something differently, or just plain make you fall in love with music and just kind of, you know, love the song. And sometimes you can't explain why, but music does a lot of those things. And to me, this chord progression kind of feels like love and rhythm at the same time. But it could be sad depending on my story. So we're gonna put some of those emotions in there in our concept. And I want you to take your time with it because you can't force anything. Overthinking is a curse, you know, to all songwriters, and it's important to just let it come and let it flow. Play the chords a bunch of times until you get inspired to say something or to sing something. But really take your time. Don't put that pressure on it to come up with something right away. So for my beginners out there, I've been playing guitar for a really long time, but my skill does not, you know, determine the song that I'm gonna write. It's not going to, you know, make me write a better song. It's really about feeling and using the tools that you do have. I've written a song with 1 chord. And that's literally been the foundation of a great song. So if you have 1 chord, if you have 3 chords, if you have 6 chords, use what you have and you can make it great. Now it's your turn to pick up whatever instrument is inspiring you. You can come up with your chord progression, whether it's 1 chord or 5 chords, and that'll be the foundation of your song.